The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Winston now to throw on first down. Flushed out right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 30. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. First down, Winston. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vanette. That'll bring up 2nd down. On play action, Winston. The left side complete to Troutman. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play. Off the play fake, Winston. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. I tell you what, credit is due there on him preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 50 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. It's caught, Smith. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. To throw is Winston. And oh, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Looking to go back to Thomas again, and now it's 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Winston. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So that time the pressure got him just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Well, Charles, you were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Past the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big chunk of yardage there. 37 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
They'll try and run with Murray. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Now Winston. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Winston. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Again, it's Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He'll start with a give to Kamara. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. To throw, Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Now Winston on 4th down. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Winston now. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team, because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Winston. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. From the gun, Winston. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Third and long for Winston. This one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. Looking here for Smith downfield. He's got a man. Complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Winston. This is Smith with a grab. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Jameis again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we made one more play, could have had our shutout.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Kamara, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now back to throw.
And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Jameis to throw it. Open man is Michael Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote. They're looking to throw this. Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To the air again with Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Now the Saints will use their